hadn't considered, this proof would be bogus? That's a good question. Any other questions? Okay. Now, I think probably you see why the invariants are important. But, say that someday you're building software to run a nuclear reactor. Now, there's a certain state you'd really like to avoid, meltdown. And you'd like to be able to prove that in any sequence of moves that happen in your reactor program, you never reach the meltdown state. Well, you'd use invariants to do that. Or if you're building software for an airplane, you'd like to never reach the crash state. Or if you're building a radiation device, you never want to get in a state that fries the patient. So these things actually, this is an important notion. All right, for the rest of the day, we're going to talk about a different kind of induction called strong induction. It's very similar to ordinary induction, but it's a little easier to use when solving certain problems. Now, like regular induction, strong induction can be expressed with an axiom. So let me show you the strong induction axiom. You have a predicate, Pn, like before. If P0 is true, your base case, and for all n, it's not Pn implies Pn plus 1, it's P0 and P1 and and Pn are all true, then Pn plus 1. Okay, if this is true for all n, then Pn is true for all n. All right, now the only difference between strong induction and ordinary induction that we did last time is this part. In ordinary induction, you're showing that Pn implies Pn plus 1. In strong induction, you're showing that all these facts put together imply Pn plus 1. Now, to show an implication, remember, you get to assume that all these things are true. So you know how in ordinary induction we say assume Pn is true and you're going to prove Pn plus 1? In strong induction, you get to say assume Pn is true, Pn minus 1 is true, P1 is true, and P0 is true. You get to assume a lot more. So it's a stronger proof technique because it allows you to do more, or so you would think. Now, in fact, any proof you can do with strong induction, you can do with ordinary induction. It just might be harder. So you can't prove any more with it, but it makes your proofs much easier, and we're going to do an example in a minute where the proof is much easier by getting to assume all of these things are true in order to prove Pn plus 1. Are there any questions about the difference here with strong induction? That now you get to assume all these are true as part of the inductive step? All right. All right, our first example with strong induction is going to be a simple game. We got a stack of 8 blocks here. Now, in this game, what you're going to do is divide the stack into 2 substacks. So I just took 8 and split it into 3 and 5. For that move, you get 15 points, 3 times 5. Let's write that down. Okay, so this will be, it's called the unstacking game. And in the first move, we went 8 split to 5 and 3, and that's worth 15 points. Now, in the next move, I'm going to split the stack of 5 into 4 and 1, and for that, you get 4 points. 4 times 1. And I keep on going until I have 8 stacks of height 1. And the last move, I'll be splitting a 2 into 2 1s. I'll give me 1 point. Then I add up all the points, and that's your score. And the goal is to get the most number of points when you add up the entire score. Now, just so this game is clear, we're going to play it. And I'm going to raise the stakes here. What we're going to do is we're going to have a competition between 3 members of the class and the TAs. Now, if the class team wins, they get more points, we're going to give everybody in the class candy. And I got lots of candy here. If the TAs beat you, they get the candy. We'll figure that out. All right, we'll come to that later. But you want to win this thing. All right, so I need some volunteers for the class who think they can do well. Yeah? Come on down. All right, you 2 guys, come on down. All right, TAs, come on up. Now, I want you to make some noise if you think your 3 class reps here can beat the TAs. All right. How many people? Make some noise if you think the TAs are going to win. Ooh, that's nasty. It must have been a rough recitation last week on Wednesday. I don't know. All right. So let's see. I think we're going to let the class go first. This is your stack. Now, think about what move you want to make first, because that matters. And you guys can give them some advice if you want as to the move they should make first. And then I'm going to keep score over here. Oh, OK. They went for the maximum move. That's good. They realized 4 times 4 is 16. Very good. So let's write that up here. You're off to a good start. In fact, that's the maximum number of points for the first move, I think. Good job. All right, so here's the class here. And here are the TAs. And the class went 8 into 4 by 4. And they got 16. The TAs are working hard here, as you can see. And they've got to move. That's a pretty pathetic first move for the TAs. Looking good for the candy for you guys. They got 7 points for the TAs. Class, what would you like to do for your next move? You can't start over now. Too late for that. A lot of people counting on you guys. No. Well, one at a time. No, just one. One stack gets split. Either one. There you go. Oh, well, what are you going to do now? The TAs are convinced they're going to lose. 3 and 1. OK, good. All right. Interesting. So we got 3 and 1. That gives you 3 points. All right, TAs, we need to move. All right, so they've gone 6 and 1, 6 points. Class. You think you're dead already, huh? So you've gotten 3 and 1 now, again, for 3. So you're up to 22. You're way ahead, 22 to 13. All right, TAs. They look a little disorganized to me. What do you think? Another one. You can tell where they're headed here. 5 and 1. They got 5 points. They're up to 18. They're 4 behind you. All right, class. All right. You got 2 points. TAs. You really think they know how to do this best? I don't know. Oh, big change in strategy there, yeah. All right. Boy, all that thinking, and that's what we got. Okay, 4 points. Class. All right, they pick up 2 more here. The 3 just got split into 2 and 1 for 2 points. How are you doing? You got 19, 22, 24, up to 26, 13, 18, 22. You're still doing good. TAs are behind. Let's see what they got up their sleeve here. All right, they definitely have a strategy going here. That's 3 points. There's not much option left for you guys. Yeah? Choose the right. Yeah. No. That'll be a 0. All right, that gave you a point. 2 went to 1 and 1, 1 point. Not a lot of choice for you guys either, I guess. There's only one way to split that stack. All right, 2 points. And your final move for the class and all the candy, you get 1 more point. Let's see what your total is. You got 22, 24, 26, 27, 28. And the TAs are going to get one last move for the TAs. All right, and you got 2, 1, 1, 2. Oh, that's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? That's 7 times 8 over 2. 50. No, that's not right. Did I do that right? Oh, 28. We got a tie. Ah, geez. All right. I tell you what, I'll give you guys one more chance to start over. You've seen that. You got to beat them. You tied them. You got to beat them. One more chance here. You got to beat them, though. You got 28. You already tied them. They came from behind and tied you. You got to beat them. You got off to a good start, but then they caught up. Oh, now your class reps had an interesting thought here. They ask, is it possible that any strategy gives 28? I wouldn't do that to you, would I? Yeah, probably. Any ideas? Can you beat 28? They're already eating the candy. In fact, you can't beat 28, and you can't do worse than 28 either, because every strategy gives 28. So I guess we're going to have to throw it to the class to vote who should get the candy. So if you think your reps really should win this and you should get the candy, make some noise. If you think your TAs should get the candy, make some noise. All right, so you get the candy, so why don't we, here, help pass out the candy here. We got plenty of bags and baskets. Take it all up on both sides and pass it out.